Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Play action. It's Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw is Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Goff now to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Goff. Caught here by Griffin. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Goff throwing again. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Again, Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Swift. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. One more time with Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jared Goff with a connection to T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the 1st quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone, because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. they've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 36. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. A 3rd down gain of 19.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Goff on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Second and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now it's gone. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Gone. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On fourth down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Packers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And again, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Rodgers on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Dillon. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Dillon again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. We're down in this part of the field, CD. They'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Out of the gun, Goff. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a throw here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rodgers now to throw. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Goff's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
The Packers offense set to go. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll go again to Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 14-10, a little under a minute 50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now it's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Goff. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion first down. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.